The battle for Los Angeles. Both of these squads bring history and pride to these West Coast institutions that, while allied at times, want nothing more than to ring that victory bell right in the other guy's face. There is no more picturesque stadium in all of sports than the Rose Bowl. It's the USC Trojans and the UCLA Bruins. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you here in the booth, and Holly Rowe keeping an eye on all of the storylines down on the sidelines. Holly?
Guys, it has been a few up and down years, a lot of drama for UCLA. After Chip Kelly left, there hasn't been much stability, but let's see if Bob Chesney is the guy to get UCLA back on track and make some noise in the Big Ten. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. And the Bruins headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. And it's caught from inside the 20, and here he comes. Gets it almost to the 30-yard line. They'll mark him down at the 29, and a solid return there. The Trojans offense will have the football first. The Trojans dominated this matchup last year and took home the victory bell in a blowout.
Yeah, and they were just having fun during that blowout of their cross-city rival last year. David, you could just see it on the faces of the Trojan players, having fun pummeling UCLA last season.
Yeah, and I can tell you what, as a player in rivalry games, you also don't remember how much fun they had. All the celebrations, you remember all of that every day of the year, and you're coming back and you're trying to change that and do a little celebrating yourself.
Catch in the middle, it's Bowman.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for a quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Looking for room, it's Jordan. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that first quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. They'll give it to him again. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. The Trojans use their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Looking for a man. It's Mayava. Over the middle, it's Williams. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Fires to the wideout. He's got it. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
The Trojans will line it up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. They get to him as he throws. Touchdown USC! They get on the board first. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. From inside the 20, chance for great field position. They make the tackle at the 39, but a really good job by the return team there. So the UCLA Bruins offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And here's the guy they want to feed, this senior running back. And everything in this attack runs through him.
And you got to love this guy's speed. And to me, David, that's the one thing that really separates him from most other running backs in college football. There are so many guys at this level that can make you miss, and they can get in the second level. They can run through tackles, catch the ball, block, all that stuff.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. The Bruins call timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Iamaleava finds a tight end. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On the ground with the counter. Nice move to pick up yardage. Got a little grass. Running free, going to the end zone, but way back behind him, there's a flag on the field. It looked as if they had a chance to tie it, but that goes by the boards as the penalty takes away the touchdown. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
And the Trojans will kick it away to start the second half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 20. He'll be tackled right at the 32, and a pretty good job on the return to set up his offense. Before we kick off the second half, Holly Rowe, what do you have?
Coach Cardi told me at halftime he is very pleased with his defense right now. As you know, this quarterback that they're facing has got so much hype and so much attention, but they have been able to contain him in the first half. They get the ball here to start the second. We'll see if this defense can keep up that same momentum and shut down that quarterback here in the third. Back to you.
All right, Holly.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
The RPO, it's complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? That's the end of the period, and USC has the lead. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll move the tight end. Throwing, Imaliava. Got his man. The Bruins call timeout. It's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Throws to the wideout. Finds space on the right. He's got enough for the first down, and he might get a few bonus yards if they call that a face mask. When you're trying to protect the lead, you just simply cannot have a personal foul penalty at this stage in the game. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Here's the Imaliava to throw. Fires to the end zone. And he's got it. He's got it for a touchdown. And here in the final minute, they're a single point behind.
Massive score, now massive decision-making. Obviously, extra point ties the football game. Easy peasy, nice job. A 2-point conversion, you win this thing. So I would kick it, but you know what? If you want to go for it, that's your decision.
And they are a mere extra point away from tying this game. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the fourth. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And what a huge score and extra point there to get it tied in the final minute. Caught inside the 20, chance for a good return. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or 2, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. A pretty good bit of ground to cover here, Jesse, but they've got some time to work with.
They do. So tempo is going to be important. You got to go fast. You just got to make good decisions at the quarterback position.
And those good decisions are throwing the ball beyond the sticks, using the sidelines to get out of bounds, trying to maximize this time and get in a position to win.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
It's complete to the right. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down.
And that's a great job by this QB, man. He sees the blitz come. He gets the ball out of his hands, hits his running back on a little swing route in stride. Then he can do the rest. He's got the ball in his hands fast so he can chew up some yards, make some plays down the field. Nice throw, nice catch.
Timeout call by the offense. 24 seconds left on the clock. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Pulls it on the option. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard. Timeout called by the offense. Clock stopped with 21 seconds left.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Man, that clock is ticking, so we've got to make sure I understand if I don't get the first down, I got to get out of bounds. I think he should have got out of bounds to stop this clock. This offense, they got to hurry up, get to the line of scrimmage, and start running some plays.
They need to get a little closer for a field goal try, and they've got to do it in a hurry. To throw, it's Mayava. Quickly to the flat in the wide receiver screen. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. 4 quarters not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football and finding out which of these two teams is the most mature, who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play.
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, just to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer, like you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the third overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
First play of the first possession of OT. Looking for space, it's Knight. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Well, I'll tell you, when you start a game as well as this guy did on the opening drive, you're going to earn more touches later. And finally, they hand it off to him here on the second drive. But he's really shot out of a cannon in this game. Really like the way he's running right now. He's running hard. He's running with authority. They need to keep giving him the football.
Iamaleava. Tight end finds a soft spot. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5.
All right, now, when I'm in OT and I start to get in this territory, I got to be thinking touchdown. Like, what are my plays that I can go to now? I ran the football. I showed a little bit of conservativeness. Now I got to take advantage of a shot out wide. What's my best go-to play in this situation?
To the ground to try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal.
And this is an area of the field, man, who can be more physical. And you know I'm going to run the football a lot of times on these goal-to-go situations. 1st and goal, can I be physical? Can I get closer? The defense won that physical battle. Interested to see now if the offense thinks they can still run, or do they go to the passing game?
After getting stopped on that 2nd down, don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on 3rd.
The defense has made it tough, but they'll try to plow their way in here on 3rd and goal in overtime. Tight end now in motion. Keeping it on the ground on 3rd and goal. Stop! Nothing! Denied right in his tracks, and it's 4th down for this defense.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
Needed to stay alive, and it's good. They take the lead in the first possession of overtime, and now the defense will have to stand tall. Down by 3, it's their turn here in overtime. A touchdown will win it. Here's first down. Gets the back moving. Back to throw, it's Mayava. Makes the catch, it's Anderson. He'll be stopped at the 6-yard line, but what a job picking up yardage after the catch.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
I like the decision by the quarterback there. It's only first down. It's not there. Throw it away. Live to play another day.
Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Back to pass. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
You've got great field position here. You got to pay it off. Who is your go-to receiver that can make a play in this situation?
Not a ton of room to operate on 3rd and goal, but a touchdown wins it here in OT. Third and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. He's going for the goal line. He's in! A game-winning touchdown in overtime.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands,